Narcissistic abuse and gaslighting go hand in hand. A narcissist cannot abuse you without gaslighting you. Because gaslighting is a tool that they use to change and alter your reality. Your reality becomes what they want it to become to be able to properly and thoroughly abuse you. Gaslighting can happen at various levels, non-verbal, verbal, and when it happens verbally, they say things like, "You are too sensitive. You don't understand where I am coming from. You're making up things. You're imagining things. You don't exactly know what happened," and so on. There are some things, though, that are not mostly talked about when people describe gaslighting or try to give examples, and those are the things that we are going to talk about in today's episode. Hi, I am Danish, a narcissistic abuse recovery professional. In this episode, we're going to talk about 5 gaslighting phrases that narcissists use to twist your reality and escape accountability. If that sounds interesting and you are eager to learn more, make sure that you're subscribed to this channel by pressing the subscribe button and push that bell icon to stay updated with everything latest that I post over here. Let's get started. Number 1, this is just how people are. When a narcissist says, "This is how people work, this is how the world is," they are attempting to justify their abusive behavior through generalization. They want you to believe that this is how the world operates in general and people are like them. A classic example of projection. They're projecting their reality onto the others and want you to believe that people in general are like the narcissist and you are the outcast. You are the black sheep who does not know how the world operates. Therefore, the fault lies within you and the blame belongs to you. So you should change yourself and you should become better because the authority figure who the narcissist thinks that they are knows better than you, knows how the world functions and operates, and is now questioning your perception of the reality, your learnings, your skills to navigate the world. This really messes you up because you start feeling smaller in yourself. You start doubting your learnings. You start doubting the life that you have spent before meeting the narcissist. Everything is nullified. Everything just is invalidated right in the moment as they say and when they say, "This is how the world operates. You don't know better." Or "You don't know about this stuff," or "You are too naive," and stuff like that. Their claim basically is that their judgment is infallible and it cannot be put into question because they know the best, they know better than you, and you are the one who lacks insight, who lacks the understanding. Number 2, "I have no idea what you're talking about." When a narcissist is confronted about something that they did, to escape accountability right away, they feign incompetence. They act innocent as if they don't know anything about the topic at hand. They want you to know or think or believe in the moment that they hardly have any awareness about the abuse that they put you through, the suffering that they caused you, and it was purely accidental if it happened or if it was experienced by you. When pressed to take responsibility, they will right away shift the blame to their supposed lack of knowledge about whatever it is that you're talking about. This is an attempt to shift the blame on you because they do not know what you're talking about and then escape the accountability in the moment by making you question your recollection of the events, your memory, and your understanding of the situation. When they do this, when they shift the conversation, when they pretend to be innocent and not to know what the thing is that is being talked about, they immediately derail the conversation. They change the subject immediately and something else is talked about so that they get the chance to escape responsibility. They would twist everything around. They would twist the truth and somehow make something else the issue. There's something else would be related to you, some mistake that you made, something that would help them make you look like the crazy one and the one who has got it all wrong, and they become the innocent one. Number 3, "I'm not bothered if no one believes me." If narcissists have no other ways to defend themselves, they would resort to this excuse of, I don't care if no one else believes me because my truth is my truth and yours is yours. They would be quite confident when asserting their righteousness in this way, because you would think, well, maybe this person is so confident, therefore they must be right and they must know better. This is a way to make you look like the crazy one and to make you look like the person who is disloyal to the narcissist, or who doesn't believe in the relationship, or who doesn't believe in their goodness, in their righteousness, or in their loyalty to the relationship to you, and so on. I'm not bothered if no one believes me stance is followed by silent treatment and stonewalling, again to escape, because once they do it, they offer no explanations whatsoever to what they did and why they did it and why they are wrong or why they are right, because they have just taken the stance of being the right person, and because they are isolated black sheep, they are the victim in all of this and no one believes them ever, and they have been the victim like this forever. So it is now your responsibility to look into your actions and ask yourself, why did you blame them at the first place to make them feel this way? So it is your responsibility now to make it better. They can sit in silence and treat you like a brick wall as long as they want to, and as long as they force you into submission and compliance. This is a very dark psychological manipulation that happens at a very subtle level, and it's equivalent to physical strangulation and suffocating, because you do not get to express your opinion, you do not get to express your feelings and thoughts, and they are right away invalidated through their silence and their self-righteousness. Did you experience any of this in the narcissistic relationship? If yes, drop your answers in the comments below and help other survivors feel validated. Let's move to number 4. I am only doing this for your own good. Why don't you understand? When a narcissist says something like this, I'm only doing it for your own good, it's for your welfare, there's nothing in it for me, they're trying to justify their abuse as a concern for your welfare. They want to pretend to be concerned for you so that you give them the green pass. You let them do whatever they want to do, and at the same time not question their authority. It is a way of subtly breaking you down in the disguise of being the caretaker, or the one who is concerned about you, the one who really wants things to be better for you and who wants you to succeed in life and be happy. To turn the tables around, they give you silent treatment, they blame things on you, or they try to guilt trip you for questioning them, for questioning their authority. Why? Because they were only trying to do it for your welfare, for your good. It's you who is questioning them. So how could you do that? How ungrateful you are, how unthankful you are. All of this really makes you doubt your own intentions, and you start thinking, I am such a bad person. How could I hurt such a wonderful, caring soul? See how great they are? They are thinking these things for me, and here I am. Here I am, the crazy one, questioning their motives. I am such a bad person. I don't deserve them. So this guilt really consumes you, and you stop questioning them, and they get their way. This way, they escape accountability, they escape responsibility, they escape the reality of the situation, which is that they are harming you in the disguise of being this person who thinks well for you, who thinks about you in good terms. This is the perfect description for this cliche saying, the sheep in the wolf's clothing, because they perfectly fit it in this context. They are doing you harm, they are slowly poisoning you, killing you, and you do not know that it is them. You feel the impact, you feel the devastation, you are suffering, you are in pain, but you do not know it is them, because they are this helper who is only just trying to make your life better. Number 5 and the last one. I don't remember saying or doing that. What are you talking about? If you're trying to hold them responsible in a given moment for something that they said or did, they would outright deny it if the conversation was not recorded or if there were no witnesses present. Why? Because they have to turn things around. They have to justify their abuse to themselves and to you. They would say something like, I don't remember saying that. What are you talking about? Why are you making it up? I didn't use those words. Why are you putting these words in my mouth? I never said that. I never did that. All of these are excuses to twist the situation. Even when they know better, even when they clearly remember they said it or did it. Acknowledging that they said it or did it would make them take responsibility for actions, and that would mean they have to take responsibility for everything they have done in the past or they would do in the future. And that could also mean the potential loss of supply, which they do not want to suffer from. They want to keep you in the trap, and the best way to do that is outright denial. Denial of the situations, denial of the experiences, denial of the words that came out of their mouth, and denial of the actions. They really persuade themselves of this delusional alternate reality that I didn't do this. I did it because she or he made me do this, and so on. And all of this puts you in a tight spot. You basically start questioning your sanity, your memory, your recollection of the events, and ultimately they escape responsibility and they get away with their actions and they keep lying because, of course, it's you who's the crazy one who is misremembering things. So why would they even think of changing themselves? In a nutshell, they use these tactics only to evade responsibility, only to make you look like the crazy one and gain control over the situation and maintain it, because that lets them get their way and keep abusing you, which ultimately leads to more and more supply. All of this really destroys you as a narcissistic abuse survivor because you lose grip over your sanity and your reality because it is changed and manipulated into a version that is more acceptable to the narcissist. If this happens with you, you need to know that you are not alone in this experience, and it takes time for your brain to shift and come back to the real reality. And you need to know that your perceptions, whatever you thought, whatever you believed and felt about them, was the real reality, even though it was questioned, even though they changed it, they shifted and twisted it, they did it for the purpose of keeping you under their thumb. Your understanding was the real understanding. That was it for today's episode. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, let me know in the comments below. Drop a like, share this episode. Make sure to subscribe, and I will talk with you in the next one. Till then, let the healing begin.